Hi there, this video is part of a series of videos where I just record basically me making my Erin Condren Vertical kit. So I'm down to the last two that I need to make, or pages I need to make, and the first of those is the washi page. So this is going to be pretty quick because there's not a lot to make. I'm going to start with the bottom washi. I did a lot of, measuring, I guess, of like my planner and like kits I have, and I decided that I'm going to start off with a height of 1.234, and then just the basic dimensions. So this is going to be for the right, the longer one, 6.375. And when after I do the kit or print a kit and try it out, then I will decide whether or not I want to stick with this or make it shorter. So this is the other edge, the left side of it. It's 4.75. That's the easy part. The next part is the pattern and the solid washi. I'm gonna move my washi aside. I don't have a lot of room for washi. And I was trying to decide how to do this, but I finally decided on, let me find my notes with all the dimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and just make each of the strips I want to make and go from there. So all of them are going to be 1.5 in width. In the first one, I decided to go with 1.625, or not, just 0.625, and then 0.468, okay, 0.3125, and then the smallest strip, 0.156. All right. So I never know how to properly make these all line up how I want. So I figured out a way that works for me. There might be a better way to do this, but I basically duplicate one below and then just align correctly. Oops. Oops. And the last one. I really love the duplicate function. Okay, so let's see. All right, that's perfect, like height-wise, because I need to keep it under 1.6. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is make this all work. So let's change the color of all of these to blue. So the problem is I can't just make like this be the cut lines, because you have overlapping cut lines. It's gonna double cut, which is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make 3 lines that'll be my cut line and just line them up in here. And the last one. Okay, then I need to make one cut line for like the outside of the box, which is 1.5 in width. What was the height? 1.562. Great. And left top. Let's get rid of that blue. All right, so we have our cut lines. Let me group that together and offset it. The offset, within the offset is where I would put the pattern, and it just makes sure that if my cutting machine is just a little off, it gives me a lot of wiggle room. So let me go ahead and like put this all together in here. Okay. I need to put around the washi as well. I need to get the offset in there, so I didn't do that yet. Or the top or bottom washi. Top washi is what I have in my horizontal kit, so I'm just so used to saying that. It's gonna throw me off. And I do a 0.03 offset because I am not very exact. That's a pretty large offset in my opinion. I'm just pretty terrible. Alright, I'm going to center the washi and going to just move it on up. left align it and push it on up. Okay. Is there enough room? Oops, not what I meant to do. So I'm going to go ahead and like zoom in so I can actually make this just pushed up against everything. Because the way I planned this out, it's like perfectly, yeah. So I'll eventually center that all, but let me go ahead and make sure this is, oops, and duplicate this to the right 4 times. Okay, so this little nub of room here is where I'm going to put my solid washi. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room, which means that I'm only going to have 1 color of each of the solid washi, because there's 4 colors in the kits I make. Most shops have more. I just want to do all of my washi on 1 page, and you know what? Let me quickly go see what other shops do, and I'll be right back. Okay, I looked around, and most of them, if they don't put them on like 2 different pages, they just tend to have less patterned washi, and that's not something I'm willing to forego, because honestly, I use pattern washi so much more than solid washi, and these kits are for me. So let's go ahead and space these, group these all together. So in here, there's a small box that I put so I could center things. So that is now all centered. And that's it. Washi pages are some of the easiest to make. Yeah, now there's only one thing left to make. Yes.